Hello everybody, it's me, Tonic TZW, and this is the Tier 7 British destroyer, the Lightning. And she is indeed small but mighty. The map we have is Shards and the game mode is Domination. And being a destroyer, and as I'll always say it, my jobs are to spot, capture and kill. And I don't like to abandon my cap, so the first thing I'm going to do is try and get in a position not only to spot but also to either capture or contest this capture point and hope that the two guys behind me don't completely run away and leave me on my own. I get a bit concerned when the Bismarck starts backing out of it, but he will come good in the end. So moving over, I know that there is a little notch just on the right side of this cap where you can get your bow in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move in and spot, and then I'm going to pull a bit of a 180. Now I do ask them to target the cruiser because cruisers have nasty, hard-hitting, high-explosive guns, and I don't want to be on the receiving end of those. But he does start turning, and I just put a spread out there, thinking if he's going to try and avoid the big guns of the battleships, then he may well run into my torpedoes instead. Now the fact that the cap is turning and he's not on there means that there is a destroyer out there, so I start running my sonar. And this is actually quite a decent sonar. It is nearly 3 minutes long. P-Bag is obviously going to spot those torpedoes. I should have put them a little bit more to the left instead of splitting them so wide. But we are going to we're going to use our short smokes here to get some guns on him and get fires burning. And hopefully if he comes onto the cap, we can get some cap resets. Now that sonar has just picked up those torpedoes coming through, and we're nicely sort of out of the way of those at the same time as we're able to get some fire onto the P-Bag. Now I'm running Reginald Tyrewit. I used to think it was called Truitt. He is at 16.3 and I'm running Smogathon as my legendary skill, which means that I get a total of 8 short smoke screens, and they are perfect for movement, positioning and cover, especially with that long sonar and when you've got ships in relatively close proximity to you like these guys are, because if somebody does try to rush you, then they are going to pop up on that sonar while you're in your smoke. Now that DD gets himself spotted, which I'm guessing means that a cruiser has lit him up with radar. Now we do have a Cleveland, and I think he may be the one that is at the bottom end of B cap. So Red have been successful in taking that. I don't think that cruiser is going to move, but he does have quite a good position to get a crossfire onto A cap. But I'm not counting on him. I'm going to have to do my own thing, and I see the P-Bag backing out there. I've still got a minute on my sonar, which is, we know the Shirats are used there in a smoke screen, but I'm confident that we can get out of the way of torpedoes if we do see them coming. All the time I'm firing on these guys, I'm watching the countdown of my smoke. You'll see that with it 2 seconds to run on my smoke, my next smoke screen becomes available, so I can stay hidden away from this Massachusetts. He's taken a torpedo, he's taken a flood, he's got fires on him, I think. It's certainly not damage ticking for me, is it? But we know that if we get a fire or another flood, he is absolutely done for. And I guess somebody spent a lot of money last Black Friday to get the Massachusetts B. Unfortunately, they didn't spend any time in the game learning how to play it. I say that, which is rather a condescending statement to make, but you know, he may be a great player and just had a bad game, as we all do. Now we get that Shiratsuyu spotted again, and we just put some warning shots across to him whilst looking at where that P bag is, and the Bismarck very kindly picks him up. Now we see the Clevelands there, and I don't particularly want to be in the way of his radar. So at this point, I make the decision to open up a little bit of distance. And although I'm looking at getting torps on through that gap, he turns in, I think, to tuck between those two islands away from the Bismarck. But we see the Shiratsuyu and we look to where he's tracking to, but he disappears. I was just a bit concerned about firing on him and still being within the arcs of the Cleveland. But running into this smoke, our Cleveland has obviously popped his radar again, and we catch the Fletcher napping on the corner. So he can see me. I pop my smoke. He can't see me anymore, and I'm going to lay on as much fire as I can, including some blind shots into his smoke screen, watching for the black puffs of smoke, or watching for him bobbing up. He's got a fire on him, and just as we get the last salvo in, the Cleveland picks up the kill. Now I know that Red Team's Cleveland is still behind us, and I'm looking, thinking we need a cap to continue to keep the advantage. It looks like there's a bit of a rout going on C cap, with the blue team pushing through quite hard against that and chasing those two red ships away. And with the Cleveland coming round to this side, I want to get myself into a little bit of cover, and I can do that at the same time as I turn this capture point. So I head into B cap. I hold my fire for now, and I'm quite confident at this point that I can out-detect that Shiratsuyu, and he's there on A cap again. And I know I've kind of left those two ships out there on their own. And I did feel a little bit bad about that. But a Bismarck with secondaries, a Cleveland with radar, and a destroyer, you know, it's a little bit too much for one boat to handle. And as I said, this little girl or guy is indeed small but mighty. It's got nicely punchy guns. Its torpedoes do pack a wallop if you land them right. And the sonar and smoke screen, even though the sonar's only short range, those little pocket smoke screens really do give you flexibility in the way you're going to play. Now Red Cleveland obviously has his radar on. I pull forward a bit there to get some shots on him because I know that his guns are pointing at another ship, but he very quickly changes his attention to us. We're already backing out. I think he is going to land a couple of shells on us, but mostly he's going to be killing crabs and mussels and oysters and things like that that are clinging onto the rocks on the side of this island. He does have a fire on him, and he hits reverse and starts backing out of it, but we aren't going to let him get away just yet because his radar's burnt down. I've still got a smoke screen, and he's just going to keep blind firing my smoke, I think. But the little Shiratsuyu is not done with this game yet. But we pick up a high caliber just as we tick over 99,000 damage. Cleveland is still backing out of it, and now that he's very low health, it appears that every ship in the game wants to have a piece of him. And I'm thinking, I'm not giving up on this guy. Now, while I'm shooting at him, I'm also watching my perceptive indicator. Obviously, I am running my sonar as well, giving me a little bit of early warning for those torpedoes. And you'll notice that my perceptive indicator swings slightly to the left. So coming around this corner, Shiratsuyu is bang in front of us. He has fired his torpedoes. He has nothing left but his guns. He's 3.8 Ks. He is going to pop the smoke screen any second now. There we go. Not realizing that he is not going to survive while I've got him lit up with sonar. And I think it was the Cleveland again who tried to pull that sort of kill away from us at the last second. There was certainly a lot of HE going out there. Red Team Cleveland decides he wants to come out and have another go, and he draws all the attention of the blue team. We do have a big advantage at the moment on ships. We don't have as big an advantage on points though, so getting rid of him will open up that gap a little bit more. And we get the kill across the top. So we have shooted and scooted, and we have danced, and we have floated like a butterfly and stung like a bee. And what have we lost? We've lost 3,000 hit points, which isn't a lot. So now that the Cleveland is out of the way, I can see where one red team ship is, and I know that that Bismarck was heading sort of through a cap. And although I try to get shots across the top, I'm going to kill nothing but seagulls. And I'm thinking, well, here we can push a little bit further. We can potentially finish up with 4 kills on the game. And I'm just looking for any changes in direction with the torpedo indicator. So it appears to be swinging out, and I'm thinking, great, let's get a spread of torpedoes out there. If we can land 1 or 2 of them, that should be the end of him. But he obviously gave out a full broadside to our North Carolina, because that just ended the game. So we finish on 110,000 with 3 kills and a high caliber with 1 cap assist. And then moving on, which was the surprising one for me, 3,212 base XP, which is pretty much triple what the top person on the losing team got, and what, 1,300 more than second place on the team. And I don't know how I earned all that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do hit the like, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already done so, please do hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. We're on the push for 500, so let's see if we can get there soon. I've been Tonic. Take care. Catch you next time.